think a lot of people tend to struggle with training, nutrition and keeping on track when habits and routine are thrown out the window, and none more so than when we're travelling. And it's something that I've been doing an awful lot of recently, so I want to take you along on the ride to show you exactly what I do with nutrition and training during this marathon prep when I'm on the go. And this is the whole point of this Unwind series, to keep flexible and not rigid. So first stop today is going to be London, and the reason why we're in London is for business and podcasting, and it's probably something that I don't show you or tell you guys enough about, so you're going to get a behind the scenes look at what we're up to in London with the business and the podcast. So first off is going to be a podcast with our marketing team, speaking about a plethora of topics, like that word, plethora, which includes self-development, marketing, and how to be happy.
Like my mid-20s was all financial goal.
And because your norm is way different as well, so what do you have that to compare to?
Yes, development. I would say I'm happy the majority of the time. I suffer with anxiety and stuff like that, but
so we are now currently on the way to the Rebrand meeting. Super exciting. It's probably the best part of the day, to be honest. We just wrapped up the podcast with Joe, and now we're about to start something which is going to change something that has been for 4 years in the making. So I'm going to give you a little glimpse into the kickoff meeting of the Rebrand, and then once it's wrapped up, I'll show you the full thing.
Oh, this is so cool.
you did what with Ben?
Yeah.
Work placement.
So that was you learning to be a PT?
Yeah.
Online stuff, yeah, online.
So this is this bit. So at the very beginning, we didn't have the subscription business. We just started as one-to-one. We just couldn't get rid of it. We started getting really busy with that, and we kind of capped ourselves out with 50 clients each.
It's like, do they find you through the podcast, through your socials, through press, and then they come to you?
Rebrand meeting went very well. We very much enjoyed that. It kind of got us thinking a lot about the micro school brand, and it's, as I said, not something that I speak a lot about on my content and YouTube videos, and something that I wanted to kind of bring you behind to have a look about things that were going on, things that we're doing in London, things that we're doing with the brand, things that we're doing with the app, which is super exciting. We're about to meet our web team, and we're going to go for food. And this is one of the things about training, dieting, doing the marathon prep, doing your running, doing your lifting on the go. Today I haven't had that much to eat. I've had a protein cookie, I've had one of the rice boxes that we had at the Rebrand meeting, so got plenty of calories I have to play around with. And that's just because, again, being busy, saving some space for a nice steak tonight. And the other thing is as well, like,
Sorry, you cut that out.
Is to enjoy the social occasions. There's not that many times where we get to come down to London for these big occasions, such as a Rebrand, meeting our web team, socialising with people. And I think the bigger message is just take those opportunities, because you're never going to look back and think, I wish I wouldn't have never at that, I wish I would have never enjoyed myself meeting or socialising with those people. There's sometimes a bigger perspective than I just need a diet for that thing. Also didn't train today, so no training at all today, complete day off. Still getting 10,000k steps in because we're walking around London. And this is the thing about, again, being flexible with your training whilst on the go. But it's time for me to fix up, look sharp.
Fix up, look sharp.
Out for the first run of the week. A completely different scenery today in London. It's one thing that I love running about in London is there's lots of other runners out, there's lots of other people doing stuff early, and usually when I come to London we usually try and find a gym with me to train in, but it's nice to be able to pop out, run, get a bit of sun and get it done. The only thing that's a bit of a pain in the arse is sometimes in central London finding somewhere to run which isn't through people and through traffic. And we just finished just under 13k we did, we came back. London is a bit of a maze. One of the things that me and Lisa talk about on the run is that so far through the prep, even though we've been, again this week, traveling a little bit, we've had some social occasions, we've had other things on where I've had to flex, change some days around, be adaptable with the program. I've got every single session in so far. And that's what the main thing about this Unwind series is. It's not having rigidity, it's about having fluidity in terms of being able to just maneuver things and not let things be such a fixed asset in your head that you build this pressure up so that when you go to other places and when you do other things and when other things come up unexpected, which sometimes life happens, you have the ability to move things around and shift things around your day and your schedule so that you get shit done but still able to live life. And that's why Percy Pigs are so important this morning, because the things about pigs live in shit, and if pigs can live in shit, you can get up and get shit done, because it doesn't always have to be a nice situation for you to be able to do stuff. Quote from Percy Pig. So now, quick stop, heading off to get some caffeine to fuel the day, and then it's time for podcast number 2.
There's levels to this stuff, isn't there? Like, I played England 7, so I represented my country at the 7-side rugby.
Some bad cover ourselves on a 12-week program, or download my 12-week ebook, who I know doesn't even have a coaching qualification. And for me, it almost takes the piss. That
You know what's really interesting about Stevens is when I listen, it's like Fuel and Vodafone. I'm like, how do you make $1 million a year off Fuel and Vodafone?
So we've got a Eggs Benedict with Hollandaise sauce on Bubble and Squeak foundation with bacon, avocado, and then Cal's leftover egg. He pretends like he's got an egg intolerance, but he hasn't really.
Like pretend to feel special.
Yeah. LD has gone for mushrooms on toast with egg, mayo, and avocado. And it's the first meal of the day, post-run fuel. It's now 1 PM. Getting that fasting. Brunch was delicious. Again, eating on the go, kind of being flexible. Again, we fasted until 1 PM because we had some meetings and stuff in the morning. I always just prefer fasting, it's productive, get a podcast done, feel good, get some work boxed off, and then we had...
Ring tightening.
Oh yeah, we've been in to get Lucy's ring tightened, polished. There we go. And now because we've had our last meeting cancelled today, we've got a bit of free time, go for a walk around London, and then we're going to get the tube and train back to Chester.
Oh wow.
It's a kind of magic, yeah. It's a kind of magic. Why am I such a good singer about it? They're the words, yeah. Real life, is this just fantasy? And this is our lodging for the next 3 days. It's a nice little trip up to the Lake District. We are in Keswick at the moment. Nice spacious kitchen, nice spacious lounge around there. Probably not going to be watching too much of that because we're only getting plenty little hikes in. Got our half marathon, which is going to be a hard run tomorrow. For that reason, we of course well carbohydrated tonight. Double salted caramel magnum in the freezer. We've got not one, but 2 toilets. This is the shag pad.
Oh,
Nice spacious bedroom. God, it's hot in here though.
it is, isn't it?
We picked the perfect weekend, come up when it's like 35 degrees, we've got a heat wave in the UK. We've also, would you believe it, in a caravan? Caravan with a walking wardrobe. Have you ever seen the day? Of course, it's suitcases piled in there. And that is pretty much it. We're spending 3 days up here, which would be great. We're going to do some running, walking. We're going to get one of our runs like I mentioned in. We've got a 21k tomorrow, so I've hit pretty much all my workouts this week. I say pretty much. I've had to be a little bit flexible this week and change a few things around, which is the whole point of the program, to be flexible. But I will tell you more about that tomorrow. Just going to enjoy Corona with lime and some food with Miss Davis. I just want to share this with everyone because I think it's really important that, especially as guys, we talk about how we feel more. And although the car journey on the way up to Lake District seemed super happy and joyful, I was actually really stressed and super anxious to the point where I could hardly breathe before we left for the Lake District. And there was nothing in particular that caused it. There's nothing I could pin down. But I just know that I felt super anxious and I couldn't do anything about it. And I thought it was good just to tell people, both on here and on my Instagram. Because from watching my content, I hope that you can understand that everything isn't always sunshines and rainbows. And at the end of the day, we're all human and we all go through the same things together.
You phone?
I need to phone, do I? So we're getting ready to run what we're predicting to be a half marathon this morning, but today's the first day my feet are really killing me, so I've been rolling my feet out with a wine bottle before, trying to get the bottom of the foot. I think it's called the plantar fascia. I'm trying to roll that out because it feels all knotty and really tight. The goal is trying to hit 21. I'm actually today for the first run not wearing the free train pack. 1, because it's really hot, and 2, because I'm not carrying my phone because someone else is running with me. There she is, 100k warrior. How are you feeling?
A bit apprehensive.
You actually got really sore.
Sore, I've got Achilles tendonitis.
Yeah, Achilles look like little dinosaurs on the back of them.
They do, little.
So you're going to try 16?
Yeah, I think so. 8 and 8, and then if you obviously want to carry on, you can.
Injury bound today, aren't we?
The first I've ran is 12.
The goal today was to run a harder pace. I'm going to try and keep around marathon pace because we don't know where we're going, don't know where we are, we've got sore feet. We've got to do the best that we can do, and that's all that you can do in these situations and through the programming is just do the best that you can do at the time. I'm not going to take you with me through today's run, but the moral of the story of this video is to keep things flexible. Having structure is obviously important, but if you're going to put pressure on yourself and feel guilty for having so much rigidity that you can't get stuff done anyway, then you're never going to stick to the program. So, if you like this video,
Give it a big thumbs up.
if you're not subscribed,
Subscribe.
I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. You may have thought that was the end of the video, but not quite. This run was just super hard. I wasn't ready for the elevation, I wasn't ready for the heat. It just absolutely whacked out of me. I felt like I was climbing up hills with a bag of cement on my back. So instead of really trying to push against it, me and Lucy ended up doing a 16k together and then calling it a day from there and going for a walk and some brunch instead. And the big thing for me this week is because on the Friday run as well, like I was speaking about previously, I really struggled with anxiety and I just couldn't run on Friday. So instead of pushing it, I just did 4k. And a big thing for me to take home this week is, and I want to pass to you guys, is that if you measure your success this week or even this month by effort and doing the best that you can do at the time, you'll be much happier and proud of yourself despite the outcome. Now that is actually the end of the video, so piss off, go and get your run done and enjoy it. Have a beer.
Gun finna jump for the shit. Up top when I speak all cap.